Good morning, everyone. I am Surojit, and today I will be talking about database management on desktop with JKM for Office and Instant JKM. But before we move ahead, I'd like to thank you all for being a part of the Asia Pacific edition of KM4 Stories. As it is evident from my title, I will be talking about two things, JKM for Office and Instant JKM. So in the first part, we will talk about some of the key features of JKM for Office, and later we will move on to Instant JKM and we will see what makes IJC different from other database management systems. So let us first get into the nitty-gritties of JKM for Office. So JKM for Office, as the name suggests, it basically enables live chemical structures throughout Microsoft Office, be it Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or even Outlook. There are a lot of features that are offered by JKM for Office. Here we have tried to summarize or rather list the top 10 features that are very popular among our users. You can see that you can do R group decomposition, SAR matrix generation, chemical search and filtering, physicochemical property prediction. So all of these functionalities, like if you ask me personally, I would categorize them into three different segments, which are import, process, and export. So in the import section, we provide you functionalities that will enable you to import your data into JKM for Office. You can import from a variety of file formats. You can import legacy data. Then once you have imported the data, you would want to process it. Okay, by processing we mean you would want to explore the data, analyze the data, extrapolate the data, or even extend the data in a meaningful way, in a streamlined manner. That we enable through a lot of functionalities that we will discuss later on. Then once you have processed the data, you would want to export it. You would want to export your findings in a readily shareable format so that you can share it with your colleagues or maybe publish it as a report or as a publication. So we offer all those functionalities, which we will also discuss moving further down the line. Now, the first and foremost question is, how do you bring chemistry data into JKM for Office? As you know, all of this Microsoft Office applications, they are not chemistry intelligent. So once you install JKM for Office, they start understanding chemistry. So, but how do you get chemistry into JKM for Office? The most easiest option is directly create chemistry in Excel, Word, or PowerPoint using the built-in Marvin sketch. So once you go to the JKM for Office tab, or rather the JKM tab in your Office applications, you will be able to draw your structures directly in Marvin, or if you have configured a separate editor, you can also use that. Second, you can import your structures and the associated data if you have already have a data file like an SDA file, a mole file, a ChemDraw file, or any of the other file formats supported. The third one is very important, like a relational database. If you have a JKM table, you can directly import data from the JKM table into JKM for Office. We will discuss a bit more on this because this is really powerful and I would want to spend some more time on this. Then we move on to JKM Web Services. If you're using JKM Web Services, you can import data from a remote source using the web services. Alternatively, if you're using Instant JKM or Plexus Suite, then you can readily export the data from these applications in a JKM for Excel file format. So the exported file format can be directly opened in JKM for Office. Furthermore, if you have name or structures, or if you have a heterogeneous mix of names like IPAC name, common name, cast numbers, INCHI keys, AR or smiles, you can directly convert all of them into structures using a single button in JKM for Office. Then you can also extract structures from documents. Let's say you have a document which can be a thesis, it can be a journal, it can be a patent. You can directly import it into JKM for Excel. It will automatically find out what are the structures that are present in the text part of the document, and it will show it to you as structures. Last but not the least, we also support the conversion from Helm format to the structures. Now, as I said, we will discuss about how the relational database part, how you can import data from a relational database. So let's see. So you click on the import button in the database section, select the table from which you want to import, fire up the Marvin in the query window, draw the structure that you would want to import. Then if you want to add some additional property filters, we will add them. In this case, we are adding the molecular weight filter. Then we will configure how do you want our heads to look like. And then we click on next, we select the non-chemical fields that we want to import. And over here, we see the results. We can cherry pick there, or we can import the entire list. So you can see how quickly you could get your data from a relational database into JKM for Office. Now the search panel that we saw in the last video, let us talk a bit more about that in a bit more detail. So as you can see, the Marvin sketch is embedded within it. So you can draw your structures in the Marvin sketch, which will allow you to do substructure search, superstructure search, similarity, full fragment, and all the different kinds of structure searches. Now, if you see in the first part, first section of the search options, there are a lot of detailed search options. So you can fine tune your searching as per your requirement so that you get only the relevant hits. In the second part, you can see that you can filter the compounds by either hiding the rows or cloning the rows. So when you hide the rows, the structures are or the resultant hits are visible in the same sheet, but the non-hit are hidden from that sheet. Now, if you clone if you choose the clone option, then the resultant hits will be copied into a new sheet. Then the last part, the hit increment options, are very important. Over here, you can figure out or you can configure how do you want your hits to look like. Do you want to align them based on your query? Do you want to partially clean them? Do you want to color the hit part in a specific color so that the analysis of it is much more easier? So the hit treatment options basically allow you to look at your hit in an easier way and understand what is the trend or what is the distribution of your data or the structures or the scaffold in your data set. Now, once we have imported the molecule and have shortlisted the molecule, obviously we would want to calculate some properties. So the JChem for Office comes embedded with the property calculations, which is basically provided by the calculators and predictors module. Now, if you see here, in the screenshot, you can see that the JChem for Office functions provide all these functionalities. So all these property predictions like the PK, log P, log D are available as JChem for Office functions. Just like you use any other JChem for Excel function, or rather just like you use any Excel function, you can use this JChem for Office functions. The advantage is that you can combine multiple functions to create complex scores like the CNS MPO score, or you can also apply the autofill option so that it fills out the same function to all the structures that are there in the sheet, reducing the time taken to calculate properties for batch molecules. We also have embedded Reactor in JChem for Excel. So Reactor basically provides a reaction-based virtual library enumeration. It is a bit better than the clipping-based Marcus enumeration because over here you have a lot of chemistry involved. So there are multiple modes in which you can do this enumeration. You can understand the basic modes are sequential mode and the combinatorial mode. You can use either of them. Then you also have some specific reaction rules that are already embedded in the reactions, the reactivity and the selectivity via smarts rules that make sure that we try to mimic the lab conditions through Reactor as much as possible when you are enumerating libraries via this Reactor tool. Obviously, if you are doing drug discovery, you would be very much interested in SAR analysis. You can do that in JChem for Excel, of course. So you can just click on this R group decomposition wizard, draw your scaffold, select the property based on which you want to generate your SAR analysis, click next, and there you go. You have your SAR table. Of course, this coloring is provided by Excel's native functionality of conditional formatting. So looking at this, you can very easily understand the trend. You can very easily understand which are the most active, which are the least active molecules. So it makes it very easy to visually identify the molecules of your interest. Now, if you want to share this, you can readily copy this into anything like Word, PowerPoint, or Outlook. If your colleague or the person who is receiving these files has JChem for Office, they will be able to edit the structures. If they do not have JChem for Office, you can export these structures as images or smiles so that they are able to see these structures in terms of smiles or as images. Now, let us see how all of this comes together. Akash, our product owner, is preparing for a meeting. And we are discussing about this meeting, and we will be using JChem for Office and to see how we can handle this data that is coming to us. Now, he has received a list of IDs for which new RPIC50 values are available. So what we do is we just copy the IDs into a blank Excel sheet, then import the data from the relational database, the JChem table. We just make sure that the table that I have selected is correct. We also select the non-chemical data that we want to select in case the PIC50 value. After importing, we can just toggle between the structures and the IDs just to make sure we have imported it correctly. Then we can sort based on the IC50 values to make sure that we select the most potent one on top. Now, during our meeting discussion, we have decided on a scaffold. So what we can do is we can use that scaffold to generate SAR analysis. Right now, we generated it R1 versus R2. Now, if you have noticed, there were 3 R groups in this scaffold. So what we will do is we will run the R group analysis or R group decomposition once again. And in this time, we will run it R1 versus R3. We'll fine tune the options and we will just quickly run it. Now you see it gives us the plot with the values of IC50 value. Now we will quickly color it based on the conditional formatting. Now very quickly it automatically gives us the trends in this SAR analysis. We can shortlist the most potent one. Okay, so we will just copy paste it for our records that this is the most potent one in the first cycle, and we can resize it in PowerPoint. Then probably for our records, we will also copy the relevant part of the SAR table so that we can share it with our colleagues. Now, once we have done that, we can resize it as per our liking. And in the SAR table, we realize that there are a lot of gaps. Now we will try to fill these gaps using reactor. So we have a reaction schema or the synthesis scheme. So we will paste that, and then we will use the JKMXL function over here, the reactor JKMXL function. We will select the reaction that is we have already copied here. Then we will use the R group clippings that we have generated from the R group decomposition as the reactants, and then we will generate the products. So you can see that using this, we can directly copy the same formula and it will apply and it will generate the products over there in those particular cells. So this is much more efficient than drawing those particular products one by one in each of the cells. We can resize it as per our liking so that we get a better visibility of the required space. Once we are satisfied with it, we can copy it directly and send a response to the email, directly pasting these. Now, as I said, it is Microsoft Office. Outlook is also supported, so you can directly edit your structures in your Outlook also. So if you want to make any changes, you can also make the changes directly in Outlook. Now, let me talk about just briefly about JKM for Office Lite. This has been released very recently, and the idea of this is to provide an invisible vendor-independent chemistry in Word, PowerPoint, and Outlook. So we do not have a ribbon like you saw earlier that there is a JKM for Office ribbon. There is no ribbon. The advantage is that it loads very quickly, and you can edit an object or you can edit the structure with double click. Automatically it selects the most appropriate editor, or if you have configured a particular editor, it will automatically take that editor. This is very useful for people who majorly use Office applications for copy pasting structures. Now let us move on to Instant JKM. Instant JKM is kind of a big brother of JKM for Office. It helps you in managing chemical data on your desktop. Instant JKM is a very, very robust tool. So it helps you in managing chemical and non-chemical data in local or remote databases. The best part is that you don't need to be an IT guy to manage this chemical databases. This is very, very suitable for chemists. It is very user friendly, and this allows you to analyze data using the various visualization tools and allows you to search a lot of data using the structure search tools, various structure search tools, and share your data in various formats. Now, this is how Instant JKM basically looks like. We have a project explorer where you have your projects. Then you have the database tables over there. Then you have a query builder wherein we build our queries. You can build complex queries over here. We will see it shortly. And then there is a standard view. This is a grid view that we are seeing. We will talk about this view in the later slides. As I said, you can manage structural and non-structural information in Instant JKM. So you can add structures as well as non-structural data, be it a date field, Boolean field, text field. You can add all of these in Instant JKM. Now, this is the grid view. As you can see, this is a very basic spreadsheet-like view. You can also see that you can apply conditional formatting over here. Just like we have seen in Excel, you can also apply conditional formatting in the grid view. You can customize the font size, you can customize the widgets, you can change the order of the columns. It is pretty customizable. So you can make it as you can configure it as you like it. So we provide you that amount of flexibility. The next option or the next view is the form view. So in this view, you basically would want to see one molecule at a time, or rather you would use this view when you want to see much more details about one single molecule in a very relaxed way. So as you can see over here, this view also allows you, or rather allows you, to view data from relational tables. It also allows you to create charts, various kinds of charts like scatter plots, box plots, radar charts, histograms, and things like that. You can even put in some graphics, like you can put in your logo or anything like that in this form view. And this form view can also be projected into Plexus Connect, which can then be accessed by your colleagues via the web. Now, this is one of the most important features of Instant JChem, the search and explore. So you can, as you understood, that you can do a search based on the form, or you can use the query builder to make your queries. Okay, so you can use chemical terms filters, like even if you don't have properties calculated in your database, you can use the chemical terms filter, which will apply things like, let's say, Lipinski rule of 5 or the lead lightness filter onto your search results. Then you can also have structure searches. Obviously, like all different kinds of structure searches are possible. You can create complex queries using AND and OR logic. You can search domains in terms of the entire domain can be searched using structures. You can do federated searches, wherein you will be able to search multiple data tables with the same query at one go. Now, the next part is analysis. So as you can see, Instant JChem provides a lot of analysis tools. Over here, I have intentionally plotted 4 scatter plots. In each of these scatter plots, there are 4 fields. You can see 2 fields on the X and Y axis. One field is represented by the size and the other field is represented by the color. So in just these 4 scatter plots, you can see that I am looking at 16 different fields. So the analysis becomes much easier. Now, if I select anything over there in any of the scatter plots, so you can see that the same is selected in the mole matrix widget, as well as the radar plot also shows the details of those particular molecules. The histogram also shows the same molecules. So all these views that you see here are synchronized with each other. This is very helpful when you're analyzing large sets of data. So based on the like scatter plots, you can identify molecules that are like lying in the region of your interest or are outliers, so that you can remove them or you can work with them separately. Now, there might be a lot of times when you would want to understand what is so special about Instant JChem. Like, why are we saying that Instant JChem is different than other relational database management system? So if I show you the data structure of Instant JChem, you will see that the data tables are converted into IJC entities. Then we put relationship between the different data tables. Based on the relationship, we create IJC data trees, and then we create the end user view. So as you can see, we have the database backend, we have the administrative side of IJC, and then the end user view. So IJC is very different because it is a full-blown relational database management system. Add to that the power of JChem for handling structures and searching structures, and then on top of that, if you add all the chemoinformatics functionalities that we offer from Chemexon that are available in Instant JChem, you would end up with a product that is very, very capable of handling all your data management needs. Now, coming to scripting. Scripting basically is a way to extend the functionalities that are already present in Instant JChem. So we use the Groovy language. So you can run a script against a schema or a data tree. And we have done a lot of projects, or our clients have also done a lot of projects wherein they have extended Instant JChem to be used as a compound registration, as an ELN, as an inventory. So how this scripting works is basically, if you know how to write code in Groovy, then you can write it yourself, or you can contact us and we can do a consultancy project to support you in your custom needs. And then we will provide you with this particular specific project that will have your custom requirements. This is very useful because not every time you would want to buy another piece of software just because a small part is missing from Instant JChem. So this is this scripting enables us to be to make your requirements fulfilled. Now over here, if you see, Instant JChem is used as a mini registration system. This is done through the scripting. So you can see this is very different from the normal Instant JChem view, and you using this, we designate a compound registration ID for each of the compound that is registered, a batch code, and things like that. Now in Instant JChem, or rather in any database, it is always very necessary to have consistent chemistry. So Instant JChem comes bundled with standardizer and structure checker. So standardizer basically standardizes your molecule so that even if your chemists are drawing it in different ways, or your data sources are providing a particular structure in different ways, you can standardize them so that your search results are perfect. Structure checker basically checks your structure so that you don't have any errors in the structures, and you store the correct structures. So these two combined ensure that you have the standardized and correct structures in your database, and you retrieve all the hits that are relevant for your search results. So how is Instant JChem different from other database manager? As I said, it provides a very powerful chemical search engine. It can display rich content types. It is highly extensible. We can support you in extending it through the scripting. So if you combine all of these, you basically end up with a tool that enables chemistry-aware interaction with your data. Now, how does all of these Instant JChem, JChem for Office come together? So let's say you start with a JChem table. If you have a JChem table, you can query it either via JChem for Office or via Instant JChem. So that will give you the results, or resultant hits will be imported into the JChem for Office, or you can directly access the data in Instant JChem. In Instant JChem, you can also directly import the structures directly. Like it can be, you can import a SDF file or a mole file or from document. Like we discussed in JChem for Office, you can import directly in Instant JChem also. Similarly, you can import structures directly in JChem for Office also. While you're in Instant JChem, as I mentioned, you can directly export it into JChem for Excel file format. So as you can see in the screenshot, I am exporting structures from Instant JChem and directly into a JChem for Excel file format. And from Instant JChem, you can also use Plexus Connect to visualize your data and work with your IJC data with Plexus Connect on the web. That is majorly all from my end. I hope you found it useful, and we can take some questions now.